Right, let's have a look. The usual tweaking. Hello, everyone. Okay, I am going to start off by doing base colours. So there's a little bit of patch painting and prepping work to do today. This is just to prepare for Sunday's main painting session. This is a little bit on the short side, it's just a little bit of prep work. To be applying base colours, resin, decoration, just a minor assembly maybe, if we get round to it. So, hopefully a nice chill one, because I've had some incredibly infuriating tech issues trying to get this session started. We're going now. That's the important thing. Even just a couple of hours, it'll help put things in good position for the weekend session, or hopefully I'll be able to go for a little bit longer, do a little bit more interesting stuff, you know? Hopefully my widget is working as well. I've just noticed I don't think my chat widget is working properly. It's going to be just an extra layer of technical irritation if it's not working today. But frankly, I'm not going to stop streaming or stop this session just to try and figure that out today. I'm not in the mood, so if it is broken, I apologize. I just have to readjust the light so I don't headbutt it while I'm working. So this is an evening session. We're working with the daylight lamp. It's a great source of light, and the color of it is really good. It doesn't have too much of a warm or cold tone to it, so you get a really good like accurate color representation compared to just painting natural light. But the downside is the directionality. I don't currently have a setup that allows me to do like a straight overhead daylight lamp, so the directionality of it can be a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes. But the good thing is I can see the colours as they should be, and I can see well enough to paint, and paint sometimes in great detail. I just have to bear in mind the direction that the light's coming from for things like shading and whatnot. Alright. Just realised something. I think my category is also wrong on Twitch. Just yet more irritation. Today has not been my day, technically speaking. It's been a day of technical frustration. Hey Magic, welcome in. How's it going? Stairs very high up? Yeah, I'm having a lot of tech issues today. So just bear with me while I update that. Please, because it's not meant to be that. Even though I changed it 3 times before I went live, apparently it didn't save it. How are you doing, Magic? I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a day that is going more smoothly than mine, with fewer technical frustrations. As I said, today has been very, very frustrating to deal with. Okay, I appreciate your patience. I should be updated now. And I hope you're well, Magic. Okay, so you are? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things get better for you. I really do. Is there anything I can do to help with that? Humidity is a pain. Oof, I can imagine. Humidity is not fun. It's not a fun thing to deal with. It makes painting very tricky as well, I found. I don't know about you, but when it gets to like the 70-80% humidity kind of range, it makes painting a bit of a nightmare. Because the paints get all weird. Okay. Still annoyed? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it sorts out. Yeah, you can sort out the situation soon, Magic. I hope things improve for you soon. It's never fun to have a disagreement with someone. With 80% humidity is a big nope for me. I wouldn't be able to handle that myself. But yeah, I'm taking a slightly different approach with this set of Tau to my commander. The commander I fully assembled before painting. And I kind of regret that because it's got a lot of layers to it that are actually quite visible. But this time around I'm sort of painting as sub-assemblies, and I'm hoping this gives a bit of a better overall look without as much work. I feel like I might need to do a little bit of modeling work to kind of make them look a little bit less drunk, because the legs went a little bit crazy, and they're all kind of on a bit of a lean, but I'm hoping I can kind of adjust that a bit more. That's fair enough, Magic. That's fair. And sometimes, you know, sometimes things fall apart with friends. And sometimes there's someone to blame, sometimes it's just one of those situations where you have to let go. And just wish that person the best and move on with your life. And it sucks. Especially if they were a good friend. But yeah, sometimes it's just kind of best to move on and protect your happiness, you know? I understand that. And I'm sorry you have to go through that, Magic. I really am. It's never easy to lose people from your life, especially if you consider them a friend. Okay. Wind disease makes your mood go down. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine, especially at the temperatures you deal with. But, yeah, I'm sorry you have to deal with it. Here I am complaining about tech issues. Okay. So I'm just painting in the silver. A lot of this probably won't be too visible in the final paint, but it's going to be a lot of sort of those subtle background kind of details that you only really notice if you're looking for them. And since they're accessible now, and a lot more accessible and easy to paint than when I get to my final assembly, I'm going to start work on doing these now so that I can sort of get ahead a little bit. So I'm doing that. I'm also working on the bases, and that's my primary focus for today. Which is why I've got these. I've also got some vines over here. We're going to be adding those to the bases as we go along. And I'm starting off with the mud. So there's not going to be a massive kind of difference between these bases and the other ones that I did for the commander. I'm just going to make these a little more simple. That's all. I'm just kind of simplifying it a little bit. Adding a couple of different details that might not have been obvious the first time around. Or just a different set of details. I'm not going to put as much in the way of plants and trees down, plants and vines down like I did on the other bases. because that means I can set up a nice little like puddle sort of situation going on, and then later on when I'm a bit more advanced in the assembly, once I've got my resin and my main sort of swamp area sorted, I'll be able to add the details like the vines and the leaves and all that sort of thing a bit later on. And this bit will be all dried out and set, so I won't need to worry about waiting for that to dry. It just kind of streamlines the process a little bit more. So the foot. Which foot? What foot? Big foot? I don't know which foot you mean. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. This is gonna have a bit of a muddy river situation, I think. So I'm gonna build up some banks on either side and then put some lovely dark green resin down, which I'll have to mix up separately. I'll put that down so they're going straight down the middle of that one. Picking Discord? I'm sorry, I've not checked Discord for a couple of days, Magic. I'll check it out after stream now. I've been stuck in work, as usual. Yeah, I'll check it after stream. I've been kind of flat out with work and everything else. So then I'm going to build up the back a little bit and just have the resin towards the front. So they're all going to have this sort of clear dark green resin that you saw on the other model, just in slightly different places and formats, just so that I can give the sense that they're all in the same, maybe like the same planet, but different areas of the planet, you know. They're not all just stood on exactly the same spot each time. And this one. I'm kind of running low on this mud effect as well, so I don't want to go too over the top with it. What I'll do is I'll come down this way. So do 2 islands for the feet. Anyways, this guy's just found 2 little dry footholds. And then the rest of it is all gonna be swampy, watery areas. I'm I'm just using the edge of the base to kind of help me with that. So the edge of the base will be filed and painted down. So don't mind too much if it's a little gross and uneven to begin with. Oh boy. You know, it's time to get some more paint when you can see light at the bottom of your pot. Okay. I want to try and build up these banks a little bit so we've got a bit more texture, because they'll also shrink in the drying process. And I want to have that feeling of sort of being stood on a riverbank almost. With these. Okay. That also kind of anchors the feet a little bit on the model, or on the base, so they look a little bit more like they're part of the scenery. Okay. In between the toes. Anyone who's been in any kind of deep mud will know it gets in every little crevice. Much like sand, it gets everywhere. In between the toes. And anywhere else you don't want it to go. With this especially, I want it to look like thick and swampy. Come here, River. Ah, dang it. There you go. Sorry. As I mentioned, I'm having a lot of tech issues today, so my camera might disconnect a couple of times. That's what that sound was just then. I am really sorry about that. I have no control over it whatsoever at the moment. I had to choose between working out what the heck was going on and streaming. I chose streaming. It happens. Yeah, it's frustrating though. It's so frustrating. Just throw the rubbish away. Get a new cloth so that I can clean brushes without getting basing mixture on it. Okay. Jeez. My font. my camera's trying to escape the cradle. It's all going wrong. No. Tech issues, the bane of my life. Alright, that is actually clean. Cool. So, what do I do here? I pour just a couple of drops of... I'm using contrast paint. I'm using Militarum Green. You can see that. And then just get some water resin. And just mix them together. It's super, super simple. I'm sure there are more refined ways of doing this. sure there are more efficient, more effective, better looking ways of doing it. But this is the way that I found works for me. It's messy. It takes a while to get the color right, and you know, it's imperfect, but that's okay. Because we're going for a natural look, and nature's also imperfect. Beast. What you're hearing is me mixing this off to one side, because my mixing pots are all off to one side, so you don't get to see me color blending just yet. Sorry. Camera, I'm out. Bye. Yes, that is. The technical gods are not smiling on me today. Gods of technology have decided today is the day that I make up for all my technological sins. So, that's fun. This is great. It's great. You know, when most of your 2 jobs and the entirety of your income, both on and off stream, revolve around one bit of kit. It does make you a tiny bit nervous when things start going wrong. Okay. So you can see here, and the reason I'm applying this while the base material is still wet as well is because I want it to kind of combine at the edges a little bit. So I want to see some of that mud mix in with the water effect. Yeah, I want these to be kind of grim, gross, super muddy, murky waters with all kinds of hidden beasties inside. Yeah, and I don't mind that the colours may be a little uneven. That's fine. Like I said, natural water, it's not a flat colour. You know, it'll be blue and green and foaming white and brilliant teal, and you know, it'll have algae and seaweed and kelp and debris and wood and all sorts of things floating in it. So, kind of trying to replicate natural water where I can. Obviously, you know, slightly inexperienced with the medium, so I'm doing the best I can. What? That's right, Betrayal. What's he doing awake at this time of night? For him. Well, I hope he has an excellent stream. At least I know who I can raid when I'm done. Yeah, and again, just knowing this little river of muck. River of grossness all the way through. As someone who is used to painting Death Guard, the grossness factor is pretty fun to play with in painting. You get to use all kinds of gruesome, messy, interesting techniques. It's all kind of weird and wonderful colours together. Okay, and this one's going to have a bit more going on in the back. It's going to be slightly mushroom shaped, I think. As I was wondering, he probably couldn't sleep. He just needed something to do. So I know I was kidding about the betrayal thing, by the way. Don't go to Clive and say like, Jinxie said that you're not allowed to stream when she's streaming. I was kidding. I don't mind. People have lives and things to do that don't always line up neatly with what their friends are doing. Can you believe there are some people that think that way? There's some people who are like, you're not allowed to use other streamers' emotes in my chat, or, you know, be friends with other streamers. And I'm like, well, maybe this isn't the kind of community for me then. So a little more on the silver. I'm trying not to get diverted off into rant mode today. Trying this new thing where I'm at least, you know, at least talking good stuff, you know, good vibes, good things happening, or at least part of the stream. You know? Alright. It's too easy to get angry with the world. And it may not have been perfect in the past, but I'm trying this whole thing where, you know, I try and be better than I used to be. Charlotte streaming? Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's got something good to do, you know? I hope he has an excellent stream, like I said. I'll probably go and say hi once I'm done with this. For those wondering who I'm talking about, twitch.tv/Clive with 2 underscores again. As in, Clive __. Excellent human being. Thoroughly recommend his streams. Go watch. Again, just some simple base coating stuff. The resin on those bases is not going to be dry for at least 24 hours. So it's going to be a little while before I see the final coloration on them and see if I need to do any adjustments. That's fine, and I'm just doing these silvery bits. Just because it's going to be easier to do them now than when these are fully assembled. And then I might do some more assembly. That's something folks are interested in seeing. I might do a bit of a combination stream of building and prepping. So we had a little bit of painting, a little bit of building, a little bit more painting, a little bit more building. And Sunday will be the main bulk of the painting. This is just the bits that are going to be really awkward to paint once it's fully built. Stream. Okay. So I might not get to any purple tonight. Might save that all for Sunday's stream. So I do actually have a deadline. I have a deadline of the 8th of August. A little more painting, a little more building, more OBJ. Aw, you don't have to do that, Magic. I just appreciate the company. You know that. But yeah, I do have a deadline for these. I need these all to be built by the 8th of August. So I have quite a bit to do still. I had the commander, which took longer than I was expecting, and then I have these guys. So let's get started on those. So you might see the instructions off to one side occasionally. I kind of have to use the instructions. It's my first time building this kit, so I've not painted it before, not built it before. Okay, what's the best way to get to the glue without disturbing the connections? That way, apparently. So, there's glue. Let's see if we can do this. I haven't got the most amount of room in the world, because I've got several projects on the go at the moment, all with deadlines. So I'm somewhat rotating between projects off screen. But we'll see how this goes. You hear me muttering part numbers to myself so that I don't forget them. Oh yeah. That's part number 2. One more part to get. This step. I've just found it. So I may or may not get to the drones that are also included with this. It may just be the commander and the crisis suits. I'll see if I can get the drones as well, but looking at it, there's quite a few. It's at least 3 that I can tell, maybe more. And just with the scale of customization I've got on these guys, I don't know how well that's gonna work. Okay. So I just gotta dry fit this one first, just to see how it sits. So let me show you what I'm looking at here. There you go.
You are a wonderful, lovely, talented and awesome person, and you deserve all the support.
Oh, Magic, thank you so much. 5,000 bits, holy crap. And the 400k bit badge. You are too bloody kind, Magic, you hear me? Holy crap, Magic, thank you so much. And thank you for the kind words as well. You're gonna make me cry. Holy crap, Magic, thank you. You are too good to me. Thank you so much. And I can only keep doing this with your guys' support. So thank you for the support that helps me fund things like weird and wonderful tower conversions and crazy chibi streams and things like that. Okay. No, that's not quite right. There you go. Tis a jury. Yes. Okay. Legs. I get to put the leg pads on. If I can find the leg pads, that is. I misnumbered those. Nope, I'm just looking for the wrong parts. I'm a big dummy. There we go. Being a big old dummy with that one. So, this is part of what I wanted to do before stream, but I didn't have time, unfortunately. So, let's take this guy first. And the ears go on the legs. And they basically bulk out the legs. Go from being little chicken legs to nice, beefy, armored legs. Okay. That part needs to clip on a little bit, so it's a bit tricky. Oh, that one was a bit easier. Slightly dislocated his hip, but that's fine. There we go. And a before and after for you. So that's the before, that's the after of what we're doing right now. And then we also get to put the body on. This is where some of the posing comes in. I'm hoping that this gives him a sort of more dynamic look. So I've tweaked the posing just a tiny bit. Hey, Bess, welcome in. The fishing boat achievement, nice. Welcome in, and thank you for the posture check and a nice compliment. It is meant to kind of look like gross at the moment. It's meant to be swamp water. It should dry very clear, but I've only just put it on. It's kind of a acrylic resin mixture. And we're just doing a bit more assembly. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good morning so far. And I hope you sat comfortably. Okay. I'm trying to find parts on the frames, which is why I might go a little bit quiet and might take a little while to respond to chat. There's parts on frames. They're not always easy to find. You're doing better when you finished work. Understandable. Completely understandable. I have had a day, with a capital D. So I completely get it. There we go. Man. I swear sometimes they put these parts in the most nonsensical places. Day. Yes. A day. .tm. Or whatever folks say these days. Bugs. Do I have to put this part on? Ugh. Nope. Nope, it's not gonna work. I'm just gonna have to not. Because it just will not fit into that space. And it is now covered in water resin. Okay. On to the other parts. So I'm kind of doing it almost like factory style. Production line assembly. Because I want to have these guys done so that I've at least got the individual parts assembled and the arms and heads attached, or at least assembled. The arms will take a little bit, and the heads can sometimes be a little bit tricky to attach. So I might not stick the arms on tonight, but I'll at least have them ready to be glued on by the end of stream, so that when it comes to Sunday, I can just paint it, apply a bit of glue, and we should be all good. Hopefully. The idea is to get these as close to being ready to be completely painted and assembled as possible. Right. So again, to be fair, the assembly for these is not too bad. It's very, you know, for the Tau, it's very logical at least. You know, the leg bits go on the legs, the arm bits go on the arms. There's no weird tentacles or anything showing. You know, compared to the regular, like, demons and dragons and stuff that I assemble, it's all very civilized and logical. Okay, and again, I'm kind of trying to set these forward a little bit to give them a bit of a pose. So that's why I'm using super glue as well. It dries a little bit quicker than plastic glue, which means there's no room for mistakes, but at the same time, it cuts through the stuff that I might already have on the model. It means it attaches quickly and it's less likely to slip off and cause problems that way. Unless, of course, you glue your own finger, in which case, good luck. Okay. This guy I'm gluing in this bit just because he's got slightly different angles on his chassis. Actually, I think I'm turning that way. There you go. Is that gonna glue? Nope, it is not. Too much glue, that's why. The oh so exciting part of model painting and assembly is watching glue dry. But we've got one page down of our current builds. And we're pretty close, actually. The arms are only a handful of parts. And the heads are pretty complete. Oh, crap. But there are 6 drones. Of 3... 6 pieces each. Okay. Not too bad. I'll do the drones after Sunday. The drones are not going to be a part of Sunday's stream unless I run out of time after painting. Alright. So back on the production line. Starting back at the first one. The guy with the green front. And I know these are kind of rough cuts as well. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. So there'll be a degree of tidying up some cuts and things like that later on. Because there's, you know, there'll be a little bit of extra sprue on the model parts, but I'll wait for the joins to glue and hold a little bit tighter before I finish those bits off. It's nothing worse than trying to trim a bit of extra plastic off a model and seeing that part go flying across the room, never to be found again. So the bad angles and poses? Exactly. Exactly, magic. Right, so these are weapon arms. So I'm not actually attaching those to the body. But I will attach the other parts to that arm, so then they can just be glued on once they're all assembled. So shoulder pads are going on. And the trick is to make sure that you line up all your parts so it's not gonna cause a problem when you try and glue that on to the model once it's all painted up. So with something like this, if you're assembling it out of order, you need to make sure that you kind of either know where it's going to sit on the model or dry fit it to the model before you add glue. Luckily for me, after building the commander, I kind of know where everything sits. So it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, one to watch out for. Okay, so I don't need that sprue for the time being. Alright. So on this, I just need to kind of make sure that I don't mix up my pairs. So those two are going together. And then that's for the third set. Okay. And we got that one here. And luckily the gun arms are pretty interchangeable as well. So the parts I'm working on right now, super easy to switch between them. So if you decide that one set looks better on a different model, you can just as easily switch the pairs around. For the rule of cool. Most important rule. Alright, that's those two. And this last piece here. Okay, another self-imposed posture check. So one of the things I like to do when I'm building stuff the first time is kind of test methods. So I'll glue different bits. If I'm assembling like this, to see what works the best. Excuse me? Just checking I've got different arms there. Is that would glow on like that? Okay, so it's right. And I think I prefer the glue on the arm piece. Glue on the armor rather than the arm approach on these ones. Just because I feel like it gives you a little bit more control over where the armor goes. Let's go. So this is the final stage. Oh, wait. Let's get to it somehow. The heads. So, those are our arms. Almost. You need to do the heads. Because they are all in separate pieces. So, head number one. And then he needs his ears. Okay, I'm also cutting out a couple of little pieces as well that I need to add later on. These are basically the kneecaps. I'm working on the heads right now. I'm just had to cut those off while I knew where they were. Okay. There's one ear. I'm calling them ears. I don't know why. It's the closest thing I can think of to what to call them. Probably more like antenna. Maybe even lasers. I don't know what they are, to be honest with you. Targeting arrays, maybe. Just gonna do a little tidy up on this guy. Give him a bit of a haircut. And just kind of have to be gentle here. Small areas. I don't want too much glue. And okay, that's one. Oh god, please tell me I've got that back to front. Yeah, the head back to front. No. Maybe put his ears on the wrong way around. Or whatever they are. Seven years of doing this hobby. It is still super easy to get things the wrong way around. There we go. Found the right pair for that particular head. That is a challenge. Did you go to work? Boo. Anthem is installed, I promise. I'll make sure it's updated for the weekend. Take it easy. Have a good day. And I'll definitely catch up with you later. Okay. Head's done. Just have to attach it. Okay, so bring that here. Give him something to look with. Oh, God. Just ignore the resin that's coming off my hands there. You can't see it, that's fine. I'll move this so you can see it, what I'm doing. So I'm hoping this will stay put. And while that is setting, let's see which way around the kneecaps go. Go this way up. Please stick in place. Thank you. Thank you, tiny little parts that I would never be able to fish out of the resin. This is why I used to have modelling tweezers, but now don't seem to have them anymore. But modelling tweezers are a great way to install tiny little pieces, like robot kneecaps. Right, you know what? That's attached, and it's in the right place, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'll finesse that later on. Sometimes the hardest trick is knowing when to leave it alone. Alright. Oh god, hang on. Hands. Please stay in pairs, hands. Next skull piece. This one, I think. So that would go there. So we're looking for one that goes on the other side, which would be this one, right? Nope. This one. does require a bit of 3D spatial knowledge, I guess. Working memory, but in 3 dimensions. When you're hunting for parts. And there's a potential for a right part and a left part. Well, that sort of thing. You kind of have to picture the part on the model to make sure you've got the right one. Otherwise you end up cutting out a lot of parts that might not necessarily be what you're looking for. But you know, you can certainly do that if you want to. Just cut it out and dry fit it. And there are some very accomplished modelers who do just that. But someone like myself who's more of a painter. Oh boy, did I just do it again? I think I've just done it again. Crap. Okay, that's not coming off. These parts are a pain in the butt. What was I saying? Sorry, I got so rudely sidetracked. 3D modeling in space, basically. If you can model it in your mind before you've put it together, it's a huge help. Okay. Number 2. Right, number 3. And then maybe after this I take a break because... oh boy. My brain is not in the right place for this. Come on. One little part, that's all I need. Other than the one I just put on the table. That was one I had in my hand the whole time. Oh my goodness, where is it? Trying to find a tiny part. This is why I don't like assembling on stream, because I feel like an idiot for not finding the parts. don't get it. My brain is just like, this is not right. Something's not right. And I can't not put this part on. If I could skip this part, I would. Right, go with this one instead. This one we'll have to do. Oh, Warhammer, you fickle mistress. Wait, did I just... Oh, don't tell me. Son of a bitch. One wouldn't work. No! Ugh. You think you have it sorted, and you don't. If I put one of these on upside down, that one's mine. And those two are fine. So I can't put this on upside down, which means I'm just not seeing it. Okay. Finally. Hiding in the tiniest corner. Wait. No? No. Crap. It's not the right piece. Okay. I officially don't get it. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a fluff it. So I can use these. I can use the parts I've already got. Let's see if I can't. I'm gonna have to conceal the fact that I've got the wrong part on. A bit of skillful modeling, which means I won't be able to do it tonight. But basically, the problem is, these have 2 ears. And they seem to have the incorrect number of ears. So I'm gonna have to put one on upside down. And then I'm gonna put some leaves on it so no one can tell that it's... yeah, the wrong leaf upside down. These will all be wrapped in vines and things like that. So, shh, just between you and me. Don't tell. Got 2 left ears, bless them. does bring me up to the final stage that I thought I was at half an hour ago. Okay. So these technically don't need to be assembled just yet. They all have kind of like a shield. And then a gun option. And then so I'm kind of just going to mix and match those when I start assembling them. But I'm going to cut all the pieces out so I can paint them before they go on the model. So then they actually look good. Okay. So just taking off all the guns off the frame. I'll attach them to arms. So someone's getting 2 guns. The others are getting a shield and a gun. So that's definitely a shield arm. Can I just... Oh, I see. So yes, I can just attach these actually. So these actually attach very nicely. I don't need to worry about adding detail, which is cool. I'm gonna put those two together for like the twin. Actually, no. Twin gun situation. Something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do two different guns. With dragon guns, which is a little weird. Gonna have 2 big blocky guns. I think that's gonna look really good. So twin blocky guns, and then matching like laser pistols and shields. That works. Kind of simplifies it, gives it all a sort of more unified unit feel. Rather than just, here's 3 tau that I just lumped together in the same unit. They don't really go together, but hey, it's fun, right? Nice. So. I think these are going to be the double gun arms. Can I not actually do double guns like that? Oh no, they're double-sided. That's cool. Cool. Thank you, designers, for thinking about those of us who just like guns. unarmed. Yes, temporarily disarmed. So this guy's got 2 big blocky guns. The other 2 just get like pistol and shield situation going on. Which, you know, I think that's still kind of cool. And because of the scheme that I have in mind for these, they're going to be covered in sort of Lovecraftian runes and sigils. And sort of eldritch symbols. So gives me a really nice opportunity to do some sort of freehand work around the shields and just kind of go to town on that. Trying to glue this on the wrong side. Come on, why is this misbehaving? This one part's misbehaving. Saw it's nearly done for tonight. It's just like, nope. You know what? You gotta sit and fiddle with me for 10 minutes now. Try when you're trying to finish off one last bit before, you know, you call it a day. And the model goes, oh no, you're not done yet. Okay. Right. Those are all assembled. I'm ready to go. And you know what? I've kind of had enough tonight. After the technical issues, after all the hassle, I'm kind of done. But we got a good chunk of things done. So these will be the models for Sunday. So we got 2 so far. I might mean a bit of a longer stream on Sunday, but that's fine. Next session will be a bit longer. We'll paint through those guys, wrap them in vines, do the final bits of assembly. We'll be in good shape. But yeah, I kind of worn out and just done today with all the tech issues and everything else. So I'm gonna leave it there for today. Thank you so much for joining me, Magic. Thank you again for the bits. Hugely appreciate it. I'll be back on Sunday. I'm gonna definitely get some rest, hopefully, between now and then. But I'll be back on Sunday to finish these guys off, hopefully. Or at least get them really close to finish. Because I got less than a week to go on them, so I'm a little bit worried about finishing them. But yeah, I'm not gonna raid, because... no, actually, I'm gonna raid. Because I know there's someone on. Magic was kind enough to let you know. I'm gonna send you all over to Clive. I shouted him out before earlier. Clive is a wonderful person. good friend to the channel, good friend to the community. Just go give him all the love. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day and night around the world. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon.